What up?
What up? Just sit this out. Oh, shit. Oh, oh. Let's see what we got here. Desk organized. Good. All right. TEM. TM and mRNA are just above the anchored VWAP on this. Oh, soon. It I mean my early part of the week, or well, Tuesday and yesterday were pretty crazy with the school, uh, two of the kids starting school and whatnot. Um, yeah, we'll get them on. We'll get them on. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Probably not tomorrow with um Powell or with Warsh. Powell, RIP. Volunteer. This is why I traded well, FNGU would have been fine, but TQQQ instead of Amazon. I took one loss on TQQQ and now well, one flat trade at worst. I'm up 5%, a little over 5% on it. mRNA had an offering. I don't think it's insane. I don't think it's crazy to watch that. I think I'm just gonna watch TEM. I'm happy with the entry on it. It's down a little bit from $70. It's up 4%. I don't think I would want to add to it. But I'm pretty curious. I mean, a $2 billion offering, convertible notes. Not that bad of a reaction in pre-market. I did, Andrew. I did. Um, Wish I would have bought that flag on Wednesday. I don't know that I want to like force anything on it, but I'd be willing to keep an eye on it. Um, SpaceX kind of wedging up a little bit too much. It's a good spot from yesterday, I guess, 135. That's a good area. Let's go through NTAP. I'm gonna listen to Manrev on this. The spread between the 50 and the 200. Yeah, like SpaceX, undercut of prior. Yeah, me too. I do like that candle yesterday. Um, that's a good candle. Yeah, can't deny that. Be okay with the kind of a pullback, undercut yesterday's close and kind of curl back up. Give you a nice spot to risk off of. Mm, dun, dun, dun. Hinge, GH, toast. Let's see here. BFLY. AMC, yeah. Mm. I made one final change this morning or yesterday evening to the charts thing, and I think this is how it's gonna stay for now until the um anyways. Could be quick. Shoot. Why are they doing that? God damn it. Cloud, you're about to get smacked. That's not what it's gonna look like. That's not supposed to be like that. Okay. FIVN. Honestly, on this FIVN, I think you just look at the weekly. We got 3 weeks tight on this. Yesterday's candle, pretty reasonable, 20 May there. And then I think you mark out the close from this day. Dell, I can't know. I need to check back on this. Mm. Wayfair looks good, but I don't really want to watch Wayfair. I'm gonna set a level at 5460 on HPE, 5470. What is that? I set it at 5470. HPE circle ANET. Yeah, I'm still seeing a lot of these software charts with this declining 200-day started base and remount above them. Still not really sure what to make of those. Intel, I see this yesterday on the oops. Yeah. Path needs some build out. Hood's interesting, but I think Circle and Hood can have those on the list. Apps is good. GM is interesting, but that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. It looks interesting. I'm not a hater. I like Zeta better than Path. Actually could have been bought yesterday for the weekly to get a little tighter. Yeah, I'm just not mega interested. If here's the deal: is if they're gonna if they do something cool today, awesome. We can wait for them to set up and put higher lows against a rising 90 MA or a remount of the 20 MA or whatever. Like I don't need to go, jamming in them right now or right away at open. And they might fall through. They might fade. Who knows? I'd like to see that information. I'd like to see that information. Mac. No. I'm more interested, Blake. I'm more interested right now in stuff that's gonna impact the market. If that makes sense. Like like if Palantir follows through and breaks previous day high, you're gonna know what the market's doing. If MDB or if Nvidia fades off, or if mRNA recovers, or if TEM goes red to green, or if Mongo Mongo comes back in and back tests the 20 MA. Shopify, yeah, if Shopify breaks the inside day today, I'm gonna get more information from the market than anywhere else. So I agree, Ronnie. That's why, the Amazon setup was part of the reason why, I got TQQ. I mean, TQQ I always, prefer to have. Um, but yeah, this light like we can keep on the list for a higher low, I suppose. Ligma, that's a nice candle. Twilio, that's a nice candle. Could have a check back on this here, I suppose. And then I got a couple things to say. I just wanted to kind of get through these scans, and I wanted to be live for the scans versus just kind of prepping and then hopping on. Now, good, yes. Yeah, Mongo Bongo. See, something like this core weave, I'd be a little bit more interested in. I had this on Sunday scans actually. If it gets a kicker candle above into this 94 range, that was early in the week. Um, 50 SMA could start flattening out here at some point. It's core weave though. MRVL's got earnings this evening. I mean, if you're gonna look at a semi, there's probably a few that deserve are potentially deserved as well. A, Nvidia. B, Marvell on its next, higher low build out. Um, C, MBIS. And then D, you can leave D open for your wildest temptations. Yeah, SMCI, it's a nice kicker candle. It's a nice inside day. It's a nice tap of the 20 MA. Nice volume pattern. 50 SMA is rising up, about to cross into 200. It's just in a weekly downtrend right now. Or something like Micron, right? Like more interested in how this build it reacts to this bear gap here. I mean, it's a pretty big area. And then, potentially builds out the right side. Does it end up failing down? Does it end up putting it in something like this and put it in a higher low and trending up? Or does it just continue to chop around and then eventually break down? I think if you want a memory, so I think you watch SK Hynix, honestly. SNDK. or even something like SMTC, right? If you want to send me again, not today, but like if they hold and you get a build out and they're going to perform, I mean, this probably goes 250, right? That's more what I'd want to be focused on. But even still, they're C average. AEHR kicker above the 50. Mm, yeah, the four semis that I'd probably pay attention to are, I mean, you call it AI stocks: Marvell, Nvidia, NBIS, and SMTC. I'd be okay with that. Or you can just do Soxel. Yeah, MU. Throw MU in there. Those are the five. Yeah, I agree. I agree. NLST. I don't know what the hell this is. NSP. Eh, you'll be the only one trading it. TE approval for Norway data center. ARXS. Here's some thin low guys. 6W Zeta. Yeah, team very curious to see how this builds out a little bit over the future. HPE I do think could be interesting on a back test of 5470. I'd be interested in that. I get an alert set. Zeta, I think I want to see the weekly give me just like if that's a daily, I'm probably waiting for one more day, right? All right. Got a good crew on here. Nice. All right. Good morning, guys. Market opens in about 18 minutes. Should I go put on my semiconductor shirt or should I put on the fuck the 50 SMA shirt? Yeah, we'll wait and see. All right, Q's gapping up just under 1% above the moving averages. All right, Shep. Um 9-2. I think we could potentially get a move into earnings, Pato. I'd be okay with that. That's next week, Patrick's problem. Um, we got the bear gap up here. I think 720 is a big level. 722 up above. Down below, if we pull back in, see how we react to about 714.50. And then if we come back in the red to green spot, you got a lot. This is nice, guys. We got some support levels down below. We got a 90 MA that's curling up. We got a 20 MA that's curling up. We got a 50 SMA that's about to start curling up. We've got, a shellfish of hourly spots that we could hold around 714 if we pull back. That gives me some confidence in um not necessarily follow through, but a lower probability of just like fade bearish engulfing. Now, we'll see what happens. We've got FOMC, what do we got? Jackson Hole Friday, which could, you could have a candle as big as that on Jackson Hole up or down. Or you could have, complete nothing, but my guess is that we'll have some volatility. Um, This is exciting. We've got some areas of further areas of invalidation. We had this failed breach of the follow through day. Now we've got a remount of the 20 MA, and we'll see if we hold. We'll see if we hold. Got some bear gaps up above 720, 722. Pretty cut and dry. This is where some of these periods, guys, are where these hourly charts are going to be really beneficial for me. Where I can look at the daily chart and be like, oh, okay, this could, maybe it might, take another day or two, undercut this, undercut that. Um, but we've already gotten a lot of that action. So, it's not necessarily a requirement. And this is where some of these hourly charts, can really help me out. So, let's say we build out like this throughout today, you get all this hourly coming in, and we get a higher low on this hourly with all those moving averages right there. That's going to be a really good spot in the market. Um, and if that happens, you've got to assume that semiconductors are participating, and that software stocks and setups are following through, and some of these earning stocks are performing. So based on that, what will be the best kind of stocks to go with? Um, a Palantir, I was a little bit while I was busy at my daughter's school yesterday morning, first day of school, and then whatever. But this is like a really good go signal type of candle, right? I mean, that's a presence of buyers, area to risk against. Um, undercut into this, 168 area. We've been watching 168 to 163 for the past few days. First spot, it holds. Now I got a flat open. This could go red to green and blast, 190 right at the open. Um, and I think that's a reasonable one to watch. Um, Circle, again, a little bit stretched. It'd be nice to get some build out like that and a higher low. I'd love to see that. But when I look at, something like IBIT, it's a really notable move. Um, it's a really notable move. Kind of reminds me of, some of these, early big moves prior to, some of these early relative strength moves that we saw um back earlier in the year. So I think it's reasonable to have a hood or a circle on your list. mRNA, TEM, I'd like to have those. And then CrowdStrike, how do they respond on their earnings? You got to assume that this does pretty decently. It's kind of in betweenest land. But it looks like an ascending base, a big shakeout, and something that's going to trend higher. What does something like net do as we're remounting the 20 May? Is this just kind of a little retest, tap of the 50 day and remount of the 20 May here? What about Pan W remounting the 20 May? Just put in a nice candle at the 50 SMA. RBRK's got earnings tomorrow. Things back up at 102. Fuck this thing. Look at this weekly. Something like Sentinel One, something like Service Now. Yeah, something like Frog could have been bought yesterday. I mean, could have been bought Friday, right? It didn't um take out that stop. MDB is probably going to be a main focus if we get a little bit of a pullback into 413 to 407. I think you just highlight that zone 413 to 407. If you get a morning pullback that holds that spot, I think we give that a try. Um, these left side gaps always fuck me up. Hmm, I don't have a big opinion on it, to be honest. Apparel stocks are kind of tough. I usually suck with those. Okta, big gap up. Honestly, this might be the best one just to buy the gap up to multi-year highs on this. Is this all-time highs? I mean, if some of these software and cybersecurity stocks are going to work, do you think it's the one gapping up over range with no supply since mid 2022? Probably, huh? It's gapping up 22% though. What do you think, Bracco? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Um, yeah, dude, I'd say Octa's probably your one. What's his name? Stocks and Play is watching Octa this morning.
Right on.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Today will be interesting. I think, man, there's been kind of like a. I went back and looked last night. So I was curious, but there's been a theme of like them just selling the market on Nvidia's earnings. I think it's happened the last four reports.
hmm
I think Nvidia's declined like 10% or more, like in the week or two after the last four reports. Um, So, we'll see if Nvidia can kind of break that trend and, not fade this move and the market holds up. I'd say that's a big positive sign that we're looking for today into tomorrow. It's kind of what I'm looking for is a big signal. Of course though, I wouldn't mind a little shakeout today and then, we kind of reclaim and turn back up tomorrow like Dark was talking about, but we'll see. A lot of software gappers today. Um, Now really upset that I didn't take that IGV trade we talked about in the pre-market yesterday on that oops. God, they go so fast sometimes. You just got to be ready to just pull the trigger and take the risk. Um, yeah, I don't know that I'm watching anything in specific today. Just kind of want to see how the market trades. I honestly thought we'd be gapping up more than this, and we'd have a little more pre-market, a little frenzy going on, with some stuff, but not a ton of movement in the pre-market. The pre-market, sorry. So yeah, today will be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of fade off the open a little bit and then kind of see where we go from there. To be honest, that's kind of my what I'm looking for.
I'd love that.
I don't know. Usually the gap and goes are like the big gaps that like feel so extended, no one wants to buy them, and it just doesn't feel like that yet this morning. I mean, Sox just gapping up into the 20 MA after failing at the 50 day. Not a great location, but we'll see.
I think this is what I got. What am I missing? Well, I need to put MBS on there. RBRK is that on there? Watching MU. Perfect. TLA, no. Why is that funny? Do I have bad handwriting? Oh, and Okta. Yeah, I'll put crowd on there actually. But I think I like a net or MDB on. Yeah, dude, guys. Okay, so I was gonna make a video last night. I wanted to wait till this morning. Um, but looking at these is I swear I've seen I can't exactly remember when, but just looking at these hourlies, this is where these spots are where these hourlies can really become valuable for me. Just look at like Nets hourly. Like it's like a double bottom remount of all these MAs, nice th push through, and now we can be getting a higher low here. I mean, if this is a daily right here, I mean, you guys are looking at service now, um, the kind of the way that it acted, right? Double bottom right here, and then, this flag right there. I mean, tell me that doesn't look like net hourly over here.
Dude, we were literally talking about this in the pre-market yesterday on the queues when you weren't here. We were looking at the hourly on the queues, if you pull it up, and like how like the hourly cycle of price action is usually one step ahead of the daily, right?
Hmm.
So like we had like the reversal extension on like the gap down or like on 824, like Monday, which was like range expansion bar, right? And then we like tightened up the rest of the day and then wedge pop the next day on Tuesday, right?
Hmm.
And then kind of just treated the last 2 days as like a crossback kind of. Um, Whereas now the dailies, on a wedge pop and potentially could cross back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And these have really been valuable for me. Is like, man, I just see so many areas. Again, pending a complete failure in bearish engulfing candle, there's gonna be some attempts from some of these stocks between today and probably next Tuesday. Um, and something like Mongo Bongo, if it pulls back into again 413 to 406. Something like Palantir, if it goes red to green at the open. Something like Octon, an opening range break. Um, Something like Shopify on a red to green off an inside day. Something like MBIS, man. If you backtest the 50 here, I mean, remember, guys, just had a 35% move on earnings. That was fucking sick. Positive compounding. And if you need to, I mean, you can use today as an information day too. And then the last area of the market that I want to focus. So we've got again some of the software stocks on pullbacks, some of the cyber stocks. Okta opening range break. Net hourly higher low hourly launch pad. Palantir red to green.
It's over yesterday's high.
Alrighty. Fuck that stuff. Um, let's just leave it at those. Um, I want to watch Circle and Hood, TEM, mRNA. I've already got TEM. Might be one bad door, to be honest. MBIS, HPE, and Mongo Bongo. There's the list. There's the top 10. You buy an equal basket of that, call me in a week. Go do we do, people. Show them where you poop from. I just chugged a whole cup of coffee. That was wild. All right, folks, up. Yeah, I would have taken both Palantir and Mongo Bongo without a doubt, and RBRK. I'd bought all three of them and said, "Don't kill me, Jensen." Because now I gotta hope these pull back. Listen, it's Nvidia. Like I said, they're gonna have the best earnings in the world. Everyone's gonna say, "What the fuck were we so scared about?" Mm. Watching Mongo Bongo pretty closely. Service now strong. Advanced declines negative 500 right now. Yeah, Palantir strong. Crowd strong. HP's trying to come into that 57 spot, or sorry, 5470 spot. Nvidia strong since open. Got my eyes on Okta too. Okta's current view app. Decent volume. Big net. The reason I'm thinking about it like right now, if we got to remount to all MAs there, and then the hourly is like a kicker. You know what I mean? Hold off for just a second. HPE back tested 5470 exactly. He sucks. I wonder if you can watch a gap fill spot on that, Andrew. Ah, F2. Nah, fuck it. Next. Got the advanced decline at lows. Net, MDP, good. Snow, good. RBRK, strong. TM, fine. Market participants just playing chicken with each other or what? I used to play chicken back in high school. We called it something else. Hmm. 180, 118 is a high, opening high on Palantir. TEM, nice push. Yeah, now really strong. Technically, I should still be in that for my buy on this day. Never hit my stop and then a 30-minute roll, adjust it right there. Technically keeps me in. MDB strong, CRM strong. What's Adobe doing? VE, had earnings, crowd, nice. TM pushing 70 again. What's CRISPR doing? Hmm. Circle, red to green. Or sorry, opening range highs. One 82.40 is the local high or August high on Palantir. That is a sick candle on a firm. Wiz. Service now up 6.5%. Circle strong. Hood undercut of inside day, not bad. Bongo Bongo, Palantir. TEM just got jumpy. Nice trend action on Bongo Bongo. Start the day. Same thing with Snow. Circle strong. About some Octa 162. Review lap here. Watching that. RBRK is coming towards highs. mRNA or Palantir, that's a breakout. Nice, Nico. Yeah, 5VN continuation. mRNA is back above. Let that settle. That hourly is a daily. That's a sell signal on the hourly technically. Hood, nice little lower wake here, guys, on this. Curl, circle, super strong. Here we go, Octa. Six, 780. Bongo Bongo, good. Palantir, very good. You can try net here too if you want. $7 stop. Good job at the S. Hey, good work on Mongo Bongo Blake. Yeah, MU going green to red. Good action on SPY. Low days of rising 90 MA here. You got all that MA stacked there. Perfect. And that's kind of like at the top of this like 5-day range. Good. Very clean. What's TQQQ doing? 6%. Nice spot on that Amazon, Ronald, Mr. McDonald. Nice work, man. There's 258.60 is a big spot on it. Oh, some people bought that oops yesterday on Palantir. That 170. Good. Good job at the S. Where's my alert? Is that the same position, Clam? Or is that the was that a rebuy? Good work. Think about it. This is why, guys, think about follow through and feedback, right? What are the optimal trades? It's not just about, I mean, it is about your last, 5 and 10 trades, but look at what the market's telling you on MDB. That's pure strategy and perfect buy spot. Palantir, same thing. That's pure strategy, almost perfect buy spot. Circle, not waiting around and going. Hood, tapping a good spot, possibly still at a buy spot here. Crowd, follow through since open. Um, Snowflake, same thing. Undercut at 20, strong close, following through. RBRK. The only feedback that we're getting is this negative feedback is this Micron. SanDisk, SMH, which is a problem. Don't get me wrong. But look at IGV. Look at that feedback.
Dude, what a sick candle yesterday. I like hesitated because I was like, I like thought about it, and then as soon as it started to work, I like realized I kind of didn't have like a plan for like how I wanted to play it. Because I was like, I mean, obviously there's no like leverage ETF for it. I was like, should have just bought Palantir.
Yeah, Palantir or like 120 calls for
Yeah, yeah, I
fuck.
had the options chain open, and then by the time I looked back at the screen, it was green, and I was like, oh my God.
Nat highs. Snow highs, Palantir highs, Mongo Bongo. What's the real company name of Mongo DBO? This HPE's curling a little bit. Still doing good.
Wow, IGV. Damn.
Calls and puts. That was another one that was at that one of these interesting spots here. Good on that. Double inside on LabU. Double inside on TEM. Ooh, Everpure. Oh, Shopify, Chef G at this. So nice look. Take out inside that high. Good work. IVN, good. And nice continuation. Yeah, Frog to 100. Frog gave the spots yesterday, I think.
All right. Hey, Zoom numbers are back up today.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. And people are just scared of events. Embrace the fear. You want to live the rest of your life in fear of earnings? That's the kind of what happened to this country.
I love when you say shit like that.
Hood taking on highs. My brother-in-law's name is Jackson, and I agree. Octa's into the view up here. Mm. Bull, nice lower wick. Tight and strong. Software cyber doing really good, guys. Looks like everything else sucks. Hey, JJ, have you seen NOW? Yeah, small little biotech. Sale is an identity security company. Nutsack's another one, NTSK. Good job, Clam. Look at you, man. Mongo, bongo, good. Snow, good. CRM. Damn. Should have taken that one instead. CrowdStrike up 17%. Marvell red. mRNA ideally wedges down for a bit. Advanced Kind is actually hitting lows right now, negative 570. VIX is also hitting lows right now. IWM is red by 0.2%. The Dow is red by 0.05%. You got the Q's up 0.86, SPY up 0.37. So Q's leading. It's good. I see the Q's lead. Yeah, so far FNGU is doing better than TQQ. I want yesterday and today to be the last time I ever have to question or ever hear anybody question an oops off the 20 EMA in a group, in a good group.
The Holy Grail.
There's nothing better than an oops off the 20. If you do, I'll say it again, like I've said it 100 other times. If you do that for the rest of your life and that's it, and you worry about nothing else, eventually you'll die, but you'll have a lot of money. FSLY rebounding. What's DOCN doing? I haven't looked at that stock for a minute. Yeah. Next week will be the week of hourly flags. Damn team. Yeah, circle's coming in a little bit. I've added it to my watch list. What's it doing today? It tapped a 50 day yesterday. Not really doing much. No volume in it today. I had apps and BLZE on my screen, but just they're going for the big dog softwares versus these little goofballs. I wonder if we get a little push pull with semis here in a little bit intraday. like to see both of them rally together, where software just kind of holds its gains. Let me join the party. That would be like an ideal situation. And I think it could happen. Let me see, what's Path doing? Yeah, paying W too. Nice, Zen. Good job, dude. Net new highs, advanced decline new lows, VIX new lows. SMCI, huh? Let me take a look. Mhm. Guys, look at this crowd strike.
Yeah, what the? There you go.
Q's pushing towards highs. Still early, guys. Hey, Blake, you no complaint. You don't get any complaints. No way. Mm.
Yeah, that's a sick move. Look at the weekly now too. Damn.
What, MDB?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Hammer off the MAs.
Hey, remember, guys, never trade a buyout. Once it gets buyout news, get the fuck out. That's the rule. No questions asked. Mona's got 218 on MBIS. What a monster. Oh, Joe. Hey, nice curl on MBIS. Good to see you. So we want to see here. We want to see these some of these companies join. Palantir, no intraday give back. Snow still trending. MDB still trending. Net still trending. Crowd still trending. Sentinel one. Come on, keys. Break those highs. Get some juices flowing. And then Blake, when you end up doing the math of it, you can find, example after example of stop outs when there's a few of these that are shaking out. Um, but bottom line is when they work, the follow through is, and the risk to reward, the math of it is just insane. And, I mean, you could pick a spot on this candle yesterday of MongoDB. Anywhere from 400 to 405. Let's split the difference and go 402. It's a $14 stop, about 3%, give or take. Call it three, yeah, 3%. 402, $14 stop. You're up, um, 38 bucks on this. 3 to 1 risk reward, not quite. But that math of the $14 stop is only in play for that one day, right? That R is only at risk for a very brief period of time. Because now your stop is break even. I mean, even 405. So now you've got no R risk, and you've got all this upside to go. And you've got this weekly chart looking like that. Honestly, just send me his drawing. This Octa's kind of being a little sausage party, isn't it? His weekly looks incredible. I guess so. I guess they were fishmen. It's impressive. On paper, these are pretty expensive companies too, Net and Crowd specifically. What are you gonna do? Yeah, Intel, nice. What's NVIDIA doing actually? Yeah, I have my screen.
It ain't going down. That's what matters.
That, yeah, yeah.
Ever pure sacrifice itself, so Nvidia could hold up today.
And also with you. Little old Intel, huh? Yeah, I wonder which one, how these hourly launch pads are gonna look out. TEM, did they have an offering too? Or is it just mRNA? Oh, gotcha. Okay. I told you guys I don't know how to read. Spy new highs, Q's new highs. NVIDIA pushing high a day right now. Good job, Jimmer. That's sick, dude. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. Shout out Everpeer for sacrificing itself. You're right, Bronco. Circle holding. It's the top of the range too that it's holding. If you look at like a 30-minute chart, like 93.30s. Intel and NBIS are sending out in the AI infrastructure. Anything else? The video, I suppose. USDE. What in the hell is this? That looks like a fun time, is what it looks like. Holy cow.
Oh, you're talking about USD?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's nuts.
What is this?
I have no clue.
Stablecoin X, $200 million market cap, traded 90 million in 90 million shares on last Friday, up 85%. Yeah, Fishman, that sounds amazing. Are you kidding? It's literally called Stablecoin X Incorporated. Athena stablecoin ecosystem completed its merger as a SPAC. USDE. A large strategic treasury of ENA. Anybody familiar with ENA? Yeah, Lord on Eli Lilly taking out the open range highs in the 50 SMA. Oh my. I was trading Yandex when it was no, not Yandex. I was trading RUSL. That was crazy. Doesn't exist anymore. Does anyone remember the I think it was sometime in 2024 when like South Korea's parliament or government just like when was that? Was that South Korea? December 3rd,
I remember
2024.
that. That was in 2024.
Yeah, the end of 2024 when the government just like
That's the first time we found out Koru existed.
yeah.
Too bad I didn't buy it then at $1.
I did buy this at $1. I didn't hold it, obviously. Could you imagine you do that and then like that's the only decision you make again for the rest of your life and you're just rich? No, it's got to earn it over the course of months. The Sox is pretty lame. VIX at lows still. Fishman, yeah, there's usually one or two times a year where you can just ape into cryptos and accumulate the wealth of a Circle at highs.
Dude, this purr is insane.
I can't believe this motherfucker stood up there in the White House and said, we're going to partner with Hyperliquid, the US government. I can believe it.
I believed it. I couldn't believe I didn't hold it. I day traded it.
Great way to stay poor, Bracco. Still a weekly oops on the cues. Clear definitive stops. Mm. Yeah, I've been tracking that Alex Jones. Nice hole on the Qs intraday. Jones. Ever pure. What is the best chart in the market right now? That's a good question. Probably the S&P. Palantir? Snow? IGV? What do you think, Bucket? Technically not because we gapped up. Just an undercut.
Oh, that was the Patrick oops. No?
No. My oops is just it doesn't have to open lower than the low.
Oh, it has to open lower than the close.
Correct.
And then it also has to undercut previous day. Low.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
Where the real oops is like right here on 8-4 because
Hmm.
it opened lower than the low.
Yeah.
I think I found that the treasury is something like 20% of EVA or something. Hold on. Look at us doing fucking fundamental analysis on. Market still feels slightly, I don't want to say illiquid, but not hyper liquid. Bear gap or what? Looks good to me. You know, I got that bear gap up there. 722. Good morning, by the way, man, Rev. Yeah, arm a little bit of a sausage party. Unit. So they were I took this off my list. Let me pull it up here. I took this off my list somewhere back here. Oops, yeah. Because on one of these days they had a buyout rumor. This was frequently uh getting what I could only describe as some crime flow. T-Mobile was interested in their kinetic fiber to home business. TPG was interested in their enterprise and wholesale fiber assets. Interesting. Yeah, Josh, I mean you gotta go with Palantir as the best stock in the market right now. I think it's below highs. Honestly, I think it's the S&P. I think the S&P looks like the best chart in the market. Yeah. About back at BFLY through the HVC. Palantir new highs. Net, another nice hold of view up there. Nah, I don't see it, Nick. Mo's coming. Hello? Hello?
Speaking to William.
No.
William Ingram
Nope.
in one. Okay.
Patrick. Sorry about that.
Oh God.
Should have said yes. All right, over. Well played. From 8-4. Nice. You just buy the earnings gap up? Good job. This fish hook's interesting. Set up through the close right there. That micron, man. Low a day. All right, yesterday's low. Yesterday's low. Sorry. I'll put that in. Hey, for so 50 cents risk. It's 50 cents. Now I'm fine with that. Ideally, I only have to risk to like today's low and the 20 MA because ideally we remount and see immediate follow through tomorrow. The low a day to the actual stop order that's placed in my broker right now is um I mean it's budgeted, but hopefully only stays there until tomorrow. because let's be honest, this thing has probably shaken out enough around this HVC. And some of these guys is, don't get me wrong, if it were 5% on Micron, I would say, well, what the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you buy it 3.5% ago? You can't tell me you just saw it now with 5% risk. That's different. Yeah, I raised my average on Okta to the highs. I don't need to message out whatever I'll message it. Yeah, Zen, nice work on Ligma. No way, PBA bought Scythe. I just thought, no fucking way. What a beast.
But what?
CYPH.
What? No
I
way.
just saw. Oh, what a legend.
Does he know it's not a biotech?
Yeah. Yeah. What a beast. It's a tiny position for him, but 162.
Oh, the Zcash holding company. Okay. Nice.
Oh, I gotta find this. Yes. Yeah. What'd you stop? Yeah, kinda. It's a little bit long in the tooth. Could shake out to 65. Could just blast through 70. Probably blast through 70. Um, Let me take a closer look. Sorry. Why didn't you buy back here at 65 bucks? It's all right. We don't need it. That's your call. You see it. You see it. I see it. Everybody sees it. It's just, is it going to shake out again first, or is it just going to go? I don't know. Your call on that. I won't hate you. Are you going to buy it on a breakout through 70 tomorrow? Or I mean, ideally, this this shakes out like sub 65 again. I don't know that it's going to do that. It could go, shake out 80, come back, retest. Okay, that's a good question, Blake. I liked the retest right here. Um, couldn't argue with the relative volume on it at open. Um, it's above everything. Um, Earnings are out of the way. Crowd could have gone either way. Middle of the range. Therefore, Pan W again, middle of the range, could have gone either way. Mongo Bongo should have been bought yesterday. Um, I guess I just like that it was at all-time highs. But honestly, that's pretty much it. It's just earnings and at highs. These fucking kids, I should. Bottom line, I should have Palantir now and MDB, and I'd be over the moon right now. Mix in a hood or a circle. Hood and circle didn't give me what I wanted. But I got TQQQ as an anchor. Just sucks because technically I should have service now. Technically, I should have waited because Monday's technically not a buy day on Palantir because of the gap down. The lower wick, you can argue that it is. I tried to. Overall, I'm fine with that execution. Problem is that um I was in an important meeting for my son for Gabe at the school, who's developmentally disabled, and we're looking at him to start in the program at the school district. So I had to be focused. If it was any of the other kids, I would have said, "Yeah, do what you gotta do." Hey, thanks. Hey, man, Man yells at me for how I talk about Oliver sometimes. He actually did yell at me. He got mad. It really did, didn't it? What did I say? What was my exact phrase? I forgot what it was. I love taunting the market, guys. It's a good time. It it removes that little devil on your shoulder. That tells you, hey, don't stop here. What if it's the low? Hey, don't do this. What if it's this?
Yo, TEM's going.
Let's go.
Just got that previous high day trigger.
Hey, nice. Cool. Why did you buy it on Tuesday?
What's your average on this?
64.90.
Well done.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go? Estonia. There's actually interesting that you say that. Estonia. Do you know the comedian? What's his name? Not is it Ari? What's his name? Um uh, Ari, yeah, Ari Mati, whatever. Um Anyways, we buy books from Estonian college students every year in the summer. Um from this company called what is it? Northwestern Advantage? Northwestern Advantage. Um, yeah. Um, is yeah, two college students in our area that sell books. They're from Estonia and they always stop by. Good people. So we got a 14 handle on the VIX heading into Jackson Hole, huh? Oh, Titan. It did shake out to the 20 May technically. Reminds me of Hinge. Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry, that was rude. May buy the delayed reaction on Weeble through 9. Really though, how is there not a 3x software ETF?
Dude, Round Hill's gonna launch one. It's gonna be the fucking top. They should have, dude. I can't believe it. Like with how hot software got, I'm so surprised. Imagine just being able to slap like a Soxel equivalent instead of picking names and stuff.
Oh, that'd be so great.
Dude, there probably will be one this year. Nice intraday action on Okta. Trading some pretty big volume too. Did you see that huge spike on it before close yesterday?
I didn't. Oh yeah. The like $10 move. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, this will do 20 million. Should do its highest volume in like a year and a half. Maybe not 20 million, maybe like 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's that high day. This is great. I'm
Hopefully you can just trend a little this time now that software is really in play. I mean, it has been for a bit, but I swear every time Okta gaps up, it just consolidates for a month.
Mhm. But I mean, this is in an uptrend. Like,
Yeah, you were talking about the multi-year highs this morning, and I don't even know if you count 2021 as supply, you know?
yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
churned
saying.
through so much positioning now, it's like it's basically all-time highs.
Yeah,
Trying to think of an example of a chart that was similar to this.
I mean, you could argue like, no, not MDB. This, I think Snowflake kind of looked like this, like maybe right here in early 24. Not the same. I was thinking Shopify in like, but this is more like Livermore cylinder,
Yeah,
like back.
yeah. Yeah, like Shopify or yeah, yeah, Shopify, yeah.
Then I was thinking Twilio from this big earnings gap up back in late 24.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was more like caught on surprise though, but like it's still the same like concept right there. Then I thought Twilio from the other one, like right here maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, Twilio from even early this year, right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll see. Hey, Connor and Ted were on a podcast was just released of them on that one dude's podcast.
That was just Connor, right?
Was it just Connor? I thought it was both of them.
I think it was just Connor. I watched some
Oh,
of it.
nice. Dude, what a beautiful man. Look at those eyelashes.
There's one thing
Damn, Connor.
because the core principle of, swing trading.
Oh yeah, it is just Connor. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh my per. What a move.
NVIDIA to start employee-funded U.S. political action committee called NVPAC.
Dude, look how fast that IGV was at the open yesterday, dude. Just went right away.
Yeah, same with MDB and Palantir as well.
Dude, if I'm interested in some of these on like a oops potential, I just gotta start having some just fill right at the open just to get some. Then it makes it easier to buy it on the red to green or something. Lucid pop.
Oh boy.
Trump long lucid.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, Oracle's a piece of shit. I hate that guy. That was good. Yeah, oops. Oh, that's funny. Fuck it, I'll buy some 532. Why not? 530 flat. See what happens.
Is this even true? I feel
No
like the
idea.
market's not buying it. Yeah, like you think this would be up 20, 30% already.
No, I'm pretty sure like Oracle straight up like puts out paid misinformation.
Oh, dude, I've been following him for years. He 100% has teamed up with some accounts like retweet their posts and move a stock, like no doubt. Like so, it used to be blatantly obvious.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Rack. I got 4%.
Thank Oracle, not me, brother.
No, fuck that guy. I just have never seen an Oracle news trade naturally.
Yeah, unless it's like a huge headline that everyone's reporting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it's like he's the only one who reports it first, it's like,
Honestly, the most trusted source of quality like breaking news is Mark Flow Chatter.
yeah. And I like fast stock news too.
Yeah.
He's good.
Wall Street Engine, yeah, but I mean Walter's the GOAT. But you
Yeah,
can
but like
tell Mark
Walter,
Lehman's
like
got
Walter isn't as much like he's kind of breaking newsy, but not like like the breaking news trades we do. You
yeah.
know, like he posts a lot of like headline stories.
Mhm. Where you can tell Mark Lehman is like Walter is a foreign agent. Um you can tell Mark Lehman has like connections. Like what's his name?
Yeah, for sure. Now the best is Zero Edge. You know him?
Bracco. Zero Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Walter is a foreign agent. It's not a joke. Mm. I like that he changed his picture though. Chief of staff for Europe. Okay, we could do that. Well, yeah. Circle pushing your highs. Isn't Hugging Face like isn't GitLab like that? Or what are others on the market that do like oh whatever they do? Wait, what did do I have to pick up Gabe from therapy? I don't think I do.
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Alyssa.
Oh, do I have to pick up Gabe from therapy?
No, remember he doesn't have therapy today.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. Bye. Oh yeah, she hates it. I think it's funny. She just ignores it now. I've also got her convinced that man, I can't tell these stories. You guys probably think I'm terrible. I also have her convinced that something's wrong with her phone because every time she calls me out, like as she's leaving work, I was pretend that she can't hear that I can't hear her. I'm like, hello, hello, Melissa, are you there? Now she waits to call me until she gets in the car, which I appreciate because I don't want to. Anyways, pretty funny. Just a running joke that I've been doing for like I don't know 4 years. Oh, only a little bit. Maybe longer than that, honestly. Some of those like lifelong bits are the best though. Those like multi-year. multi-year joke. You got it? Do you do any of that, Brocco, or are you a nice, respectful gentleman?
What? I kind of was reading
Like,
something.
like, I don't know, like multi-year jokes.
What do you mean? Like you using the same joke for years?
No, like what I just said. Like I trick Alyssa. Alyssa thinks that her phone doesn't work like in the building when she's walking out
Uh-huh.
because every time she calls me and she's walking out of the building, I just pretend I can't hear
Oh. Oh, that's messed up, dude.
her. Oh yeah, it's super messed up. So she waits to call me until
No,
she gets back.
I don't think I do any of that. No. So she's just convinced it doesn't work at all for
Yeah.
years.
There's one that I did for a
There
long
was
time.
actually one of those you told me about a while ago that I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty funny.
Um, can't remember which one it was, but there's a period of time, this was a while ago, where I can't remember what it was. It might have been like the scissors or like some kitchen utensil that I just kept moving to a different spot like every single day. And um that was a good one. Eventually had to come clean about it. She was like, I was wondering about it. I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to say something for like months. I can't remember what it was though. Yeah, that's a nasty bearish oops on this. It's gonna be interesting. We got Marvell earnings today. They should have pretty kick-ass earnings. Let's see the reaction. Man, if that gets a nasty gap down, could be ugly. What you don't want to see, guys, is like the worst case scenario is probably a um not to like whatever. I just like to be mindful of it. Is like a yeah, gap down in Marvell, like a bearish gap down,
hmm
causing failed breakouts in all the cybers and semi and softwares. That'd be pretty ugly. But
Eh,
with that,
that's I don't know, dude. Some of those softwares are I guess you mean like a PLTR or something? Because some of them are just gone. Or you think like if those like kind of climax today a little bit? Because I don't know, you think like heaviness in some semis is really gonna? It could, I guess. How's that pair trade still going or whatever?
yeah, well, you're right. If you probably dive into the chart, depend. I mean, it is probably a pretty low probability. Like, let's look at something like snow, like something like that would be really ugly.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I guess if the semis get hit hard enough to pull the Qs down into like lower lows, you definitely probably see just some like, I mean, them just having to take profits on software just to, you know what I mean, to
yeah,
protect some downside or whatever. We call it like deleveraging or some shit like
mhm.
that. I can see that, like having to sell the winners a little bit because of that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a bad. Like I said, just kind of that'd be a bad sign. But then something like Service Now, like some of these more like coming out of basis ones
Mm-hmm.
would probably just do something like this, and then end up being really good setups. Um, we'll see. Gonna have to kind of wait to see tomorrow, and probably a good idea tonight to go look at some weekly charts ahead of tomorrow, and then do the same tomorrow on Friday. Oh man, yeah. Something like MBIS, daily. Or if that breaks down. Like this could
literally go either way. You could have a big up candle and look phenomenal, have a big down candle and look like the worst chart in the market.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep thinking to myself like, wow, semis are at a huge decision spot. But then like I look back to like 2024, the second half, and I'm like, man, these could just like range and like
Yeah.
keep looking like they have a big decision to make, but just don't. And then software just keeps kind of chugging along and other groups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Brock, after you called me, I can't remember when that was. It was after I stopped out of A Lab. Oh, yeah, excuse me. You said, hey, don't be focusing on the semis for a bit, and that was
You knew after that though, yeah. That was like the A Lab ARM time like and stuff
yeah,
and
it was
MRVL.
yeah this day right there. Yeah, I see that. Mark, you getting a little intraday pop? Is it? Here, you know what we can do, Pato, since you mentioned it. Checky, checky. I haven't even tested to see if this works. Oh, still thinking. Why is it taking so long?
What is it try is it trying to pull the UCT A5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need so since I don't have those like working on like instant yet, it probably might take a little bit to load.
Okay.
Our percentage stocks above 5-day MA is at 49%.
Really? Is that live from today?
That is. That is tracking our universe.
There we go. And now it fixed it. What is the universe? It's pretty simple. It's a price per share over $2 and like volume 200K per day, I think.
Okay, so it is accurate then. Wait. What is this one, Pato? S&P. Oh, Infotech. Gotcha.
On NASDAQ stock? Okay. We should have it be, you know, Bracco, that's a good idea. We should have um yeah, I'm just gonna
Like
type this up.
options for all those, like S&P, NASDAQ.
Yeah, S&P, NASDAQ, NYSE. What else would we need? I think
Like
that's it.
where it says like UCTA 5% of stocks above 5-day MA, add like a little menu button next to it where you can click it and choose like a sector or something or a
Mm-hmm.
like a or like a S&P, NASDAQ, Dow 30, IWM, like Russell 2000,
Mm-hmm. I don't
or
even
like
know if
even
I
like
don't
an
even know if I'd do
industry.
that. I think I would just do the NASDAQ exchange and the NYSE and then the S&P is what I would do. Instead of not NASDAQ 100, I would just do
Yeah, yeah. But it'd be cool to do an industry too, like look at biotech, see how many stocks are above.
that would yeah, you're right. If we're gonna do that, we might as well do it all the way.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty easy to add that.
It would be pretty easy to add that. I agree. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I can do it. I'm already working on something similar right now.
All right. Yeah, so I think you might as well just do everything.
Yep.
Should have that in the breath monitor too, to where you can do completely change the breath monitor to be whatever you want it to be, where it's set normally as our universe, but you could change it to the NYSE, you could change it to NASDAQ, you could change it to S&P, you could change it to even ETFs and see what the breath monitor for the ETFs is. That would be fucking sick too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Pato, are you in Crusoe service? Nice. Is it pretty dope? Can I ask you to be super blunt and compare? You seem like you've been in. He knows a lot. He's incredibly smart and well spoken and experienced. Um, will you compare us to other spots in front of everyone right now?
His emails that Stark would send were super cool, like the recaps.
Yeah.
They're just so well said.
Yeah, Crusoe is wicked smart. Hmm. Yeah, most of those like I don't want to put it like old timers or old heads because he's not. They prefer the like more newsletter format.
A lot of his like I feel like philosophies are like I don't know. He comes off as like old school though a little bit.
He does.
Like a lot of his philosophies, like I mean, obviously he learned from some of the older school guys and like uses a lot of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
He would be super cool to talk to on a workshop.
That'd be incredible. Oof, Ariel just tweeted NAIM's at 102.
No, really? Because I saw Helene or whatever her name is tweeted a bit. It popped up my feed like 10 minutes ago that she said it was at 87. I don't know, man. I don't pay for it.
Yeah, I just saw Helene. Yeah, I do, Pacho. Yeah, I do. Ever since um yeah, it's a good oh nice BFLY push a little bit. It's a good addition because previously only had the T2108, which is percentage stocks above 40-day moving average, and the entire Warden universe, which is every stock 6,500 or whatever. And I do like the shorter term ones, especially for me because that initial few days of risk are very, very important. Like realistically, I should have been willing to buy a Snowflake and MDB a Palantir even today, but I have big trouble, and I prefer to torture myself because I only want to buy those day ones, and I would rather miss out to improve process and improve focus than get exposure and make some money on something like that. Because it's for someone like me that opens up a little bit more um higher potential or probability for being less strict about the best risk spots. And I don't want to have that be a possibility.
Wait, what do you mean?
That I like buying day one undercut and holds.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you're good at, dude. I mean, ideally, you don't have to buy these days like today, ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you were away from the desk yesterday, which sucks. But I mean, if you're at the desk, you're buying those. I know I mean, minimum you're getting one, ideally two or three.
100%.
Yeah,
Without a
yeah, and it's not even. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, you've gotten so good at buying those day ones that it's not even worth to buy these gap up like FOMO-ish days because then like if they don't work, it just messes with your head. I feel like, you know.
sometimes though, which I was really proud about this year in this past cycle of in April is those MU ones right there at the 50-day on 4.9 because that was super unconventional.
Yeah, and to me that's different though because that's like you know coming right out of a correction like when the market has that like offsides positioning that can those buys can work really well
Mhm.
versus like buying breakouts on like flag like breakouts on some of the software stocks today.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's all personality.
Um, but I will say that I would like to. There's also an interesting perspective of um and this is where people wish and I had talked about this a bit to where we talked previously on here as well about progressive exposure and I go back and forth between that because in terms of risk and traction and um drawdown control, it is extremely important in terms of a more systematized process.
it doesn't exactly compute because in a progressive exposure world where that's very a very big portion of it. How many do you take of ServiceNow, MDB, Snowflake, Palantir, RBRK, QQQ? Like of all the things that gave FIVN, I know there's these are all like broadly one group. How what where does that cap off? Can you take one, two, five? Because if I see five things triggered, I want to kind of want to go after all of them. I don't. I usually kind of hold back at two, maybe three, depending on how aggressive I kind of want to be.
Yeah, do you want a concentration, the few that you think are the best, or diversifying all of them?
Well, but then what about sizing to where you want to keep it within half a percent risk, 1% risk, overall account risk. That's what I'm saying is there's just a lot of moving philosophies that are all true. And at times, some become more true than the others. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. Hmm.
Hey, you want to test out something cool I just added to the
Uh,
chart section?
yeah.
You can pull it up on the Zoom if you want.
You, you can pull it up.
Nah, you can pull it up. You don't want, I want you to see. You use it. Just go in the chart section. That's all you need to be in.
Is it the widget thing?
No, but it looks better, I think.
It does look very
I
good.
updated that menu because it was just there was getting a lot of widgets where like a long vertical style menu just was too long on the screen, so I wanted to make it look a little cleaner.
Yep.
Okay, so you can close your chart. You just close the chart widget and I haven't tested this yet. It's just finished. Open up market map. I want to find some cool things to do with this.
Is it supposed to be slow?
Yeah, maybe because it just deployed.
All right.
Okay, my last fix might have messed something up. It might be freezing because of should be working. I just had it open. Let me see. Nothing's on the railway. All right, let me see if I can get this fixed. Try to refresh your page or close the widget, refresh your page and open it again. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to try to get it fixed real quick. Okay, let me see if I can fix this real quick. Dude, why is it not loading? That's so weird.
Oh, this?
Oh, it worked.
Here's Sunday scans. Oh, that's smooth.
And by the way, you can also change the bottom axis and the side axis, right? That's like the main ways to sort stuff. So you do like percent change today on one side and then like volume or percent change since gap. So it only looks like that because you have the Y and the X axis as the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So on the left side of the widget is the other one.
Yeah. Wow. Mr. Bracco. Very well done.
On the can you switch the right or add a tab to the right widget over there and just add like a chart tab so it I want to see if you click one of those it should go to the chart if the chart is linked.
Oh, how do I merge them again?
It's in the widget section if you want to merge them. I gotta move it. I haven't moved that button yet.
Perfect.
Okay, it works. Good.
Very cool.
There's a deploy going right now. That's why.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm fixing that issue where it took a lot of time to load. I'm also working on that. I'm trying to add some of those features that Deep View had too for like the breadth stuff.
For what?
Like I want to add it so it's customizable and has some different options. But like click like unmerge the widgets real quick and add like a tab in the main widget that you have there, your market map widget. Just click the little plus sign or no, the in the top right of the widget, like to add another widget in the tab. And just add breadth monitor.
Where is it?
That's a watch list widget. You need the breadth widget. And then the ratio bars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to add some of these in there. I don't know why the advance and decline is not working though. Hmm.
Oh yeah, the phone's up. Slow.
Oh, it's still deploying. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, one day I want Manrev to look at this widget, mess around with it a little bit. Because I just had it generated and I never did anything with it.
Yeah, I already see a few things I want to do.
Or you, either, if you want to.
Let's see. All right,
MSTR, CRM,
open up
craft.
off. Is that okay? Oh, my background's. Oops. Nice casting couch. All right, bye.